We cannot continue to relate on insecurities. Let's relate on strengths. Let's relate on strengths. Happy Friday, everyone. I am Elle Harris. If this is your first time watching me on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, thank you so much for watching today. And also, happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope you had an amazing, amazing Thanksgiving. I know we are living in some weird times and we're not able to do all of the wonderful things that we would love to do with our families right now, but hopefully you were able to find some creative way to connect with your family and loved ones. So today, what are we talking about? Today, we are talking about shrinking. This is probably my 7th or 8th time recording this video. And sometimes I have to do things over and over again so that I can peel back the layers of the surface. Like, I'll give you the top surface, the safe answer first, and then I have to keep pushing myself down so I get to a place of vulnerability. And I feel like I think I've reached that place now. So, shrinking. I have found myself in a position where I have shrunk several different times in my life. I have worked for some people who should not be a leader, who are just not great people, who may not be the most logical thinking leaders. And I found that the best way to stroke those people's egos was to shrink. I feel like as a woman, we possess an ability to make people feel better than what we should make them feel. And I found myself doing that several times, even though I knew that I shouldn't. I felt like that was my only way to be able to relate to someone. So what I would do is I would take their insecurity and find a way to relate to them through that insecurity by making it seem like I was not as secure in some area or that I didn't know something. And when you make people feel smarter, when you make people who feel brighter than what they believe that they are, you can get them every time. And I know it's crazy to say, but it is so very real. I'm sure we've all worked for someone at some time in our life and we're like, how in the world did this person become my manager or my supervisor? And when you're first, for some of us, when you're first building that relationship, you want people to like you because it's like, this person has the ability to tell me if I can take off work, if I can take vacation, if I'm gonna get this promotion. Like, this person makes a lot of decisions over my career. So I want to be able to relate to them or get them to like me in some way. And so I found myself doing that a lot. And I know, like, immediately after me doing it, I felt sick. Like, I knew it was wrong. I knew it wasn't right. Being in a position of, someone saying a question or saying something or asking a question, I'm like, oh man, I really don't know what that is. I'm so happy that you're here. Like, the worst thing ever to do. And so I feel like we got to stop doing that, right? We are on the last leg of this year, and I feel like we owe it to ourselves to start walking in the dopeness that we are, being confident in that dopeness, in our greatness, and we have to stop shrinking. We cannot continue to relate on insecurities. Let's relate on strengths. I think the biggest moment for me, and this thing kind of plays over and over in my mind very often, but I remember having a conversation with someone earlier this year, and I'm not a very vulnerable person. I have to truly have severe trust in you to be vulnerable because I have been in places where people have used my vulnerabilities against me. And so because of that, it's very hard for me to find safe places, right? So I was in a situation where I thought I was in a safe place. And so I began to tell someone, like, man, I really struggle with this and I want to do these things, and I don't know if I'm able to do this. And the person looked me in my eye and said, it's crazy that you say that, because you present to be so confident. You don't waver in your decisions. When everyone else is saying yes, you'll say, no, I know this isn't right, and you'll stand strong and firm in what you believe. You present to be such a different person. And here I was like, no, but that's not who I am. I really struggle with this. And sometimes I just find myself like, is this the right decision? Should I do this? And it doesn't feel good, and I feel awkward in doing that. And I could see that something changed in that person's eye, and it was like, yes, you do have a kryptonite. And it was in that moment, like now, looking back in that moment, is where I realized we got to stop doing this. We got to stop doing this, because even though it may validate something within someone else who's insecure, like, it's okay. Like, I feel like we're really saying it's okay to be insecure. It's okay to not be comfortable with certain things. But it's not. Like, of course, we are human. We're going to have moments of uncertainty. But to live and to relish in insecurities and inadequacy is not what we were built for. It is not what we need to do. Like, we really need to hone in on that greatness. And if I can't relate to you on a strength or something positive, then we don't need to relate at all. And if I am the smartest person in the room, then it's okay. I'm the smartest person in the room. But let me share with you what I may know. Like, we have to get to that place. Shrinking is no longer allowed. We're too smart for that. We're too great for that. We can't do it anymore. People are waiting to hear us talk about how we overcame something, not how we are insecure just like them. Because then we make this false narrative that everyone in the world should walk around with some levels of insecurity. No, because some people don't. You don't. You may not trust something in the beginning. You may be unsure, but to walk around insecure forever, can't do it. We can't. Too smart for that. So for me, I apologize to myself for all the times that I've let myself down and let myself live in a space of thinking that I was insecure or that I was inadequate, because I'm not. I'm very well capable of doing anything in this world that I want to do. I say this all the time, I am not a Jack or Jane of a trade. If I want something, I will master that shit without any problems. And so what I will do going forward is live in that. And when someone speaks to the confidence that they see within me, I'm going to own it, because I do have it. And relating to them on a level of insecurity is not going to get us to the next level. It's not going to help them. What it may do, it may even further put them back, because it may make them feel like, oh, well, she has insecurity. I can kind of live with mine a little bit longer. We could be halting someone's process by living in that and trying to relate on those levels. So what I say to you today is stop shrinking. Be great, because you have it within you. And if you don't feel like you measure up in an area, learn about it, read about it, research, go back to school, do what you have to do. But we are no longer shrinking. We're too great for that. Too great. So happy Friday. Be great. And I want to see you stand strong in all the things that you are purposed to do.